Hello, welcome back to Stemming Against Genocide. The whatever, who cares about the intro? It's frankly irrelevant because if you're watching, you've heard it at least 4 times, which is not as many episodes of the show as there are, but that's at least how many episodes you've watched. I'm your host, Jaden, joined by, as always,
Owen.
This is true.
Statistically speaking, you've probably seen the first episode, the second episode, the 5th episode, and maybe the 7th episode.
I don't know what any of those are. I know the first one. I know number 2.
Elden Ring, Sunless / Monkey Island, Termina, and Clair Obscur / The Council.
Okay, well,
and
like,
you might
two
have
of those
seen
are good.
Fire Emblem.
2 of those are good. 3 of those are good if you're including Fire Emblem.
You probably haven't seen 100 Line.
That's just,
You definitely did
fine.
not watch Transistor / Rondo of Blood, and you probably did not watch Killer 7.
But you should.
But you should. I will say, well, you should watch Killer 7. You probably still shouldn't watch the Transistor / Rondo of Blood episode.
What? No, that's a good one, right?
No,
I thought we liked that one.
No, that was the one where we just listed games that we liked the music of.
That's
for
true. Well,
3 hours
we wanted
straight.
to do other things, but then we weirdly low energy on that one.
Yeah,
it was
like
not
said,
there.
Not a good. It was not a good.
Well, occasionally, I think there were some bits in there. I think at least there have to be, right?
There might have been. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's just I think that's maybe worse than the 100 Line episode.
I don't think so. I think we, and by we I mean you, hampered us too much for the 100 Line episode to be any good. No disrespect, but
well, what I'm also saying is that I'm pretty sure the Transistor / Rondo of Blood episode sucked too. Anyway,
okay, but like
of our main
episodes,
it's definitely our worst.
I don't know. Maybe Sunless Monkey Island. I don't know. I haven't.
No, but that episode was fine. We were figuring stuff out, but it was fine.
I have no memories of that episode, other than I know the games that we played. But like I guess it's where we came up with the list. But I have no idea of what happened in it. That was a year ago, almost.
Yeah. Anyway, so enough about past episodes. Future episodes. What's the next episode of? No.
We can't spoil that. About? This episode is about the hit 2017 ? Originally,
well,
kind of video game. Your Turn to Die.
Except for the fact that it's still not out.
Yes, it's not. 2017 to 2021 asterisk.
It might be a 2027 game, maybe.
Who knows?
Might be a 2026 game. Who knows? It's not really out. But and despite that, we played it. So yes. I had you play it. So Jane, can you explain to the fans why we played an unfinished game?
Why did we play? Well, because you told me to.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of how this works.
More widely speaking, why was an unfinished game like? What's going on with this game that it was it made sense in some regard to play unfinished?
Because the overarching plot that will be finished in the final chapter is, I'm not gonna say dumb and doesn't matter, but I'm kind of saying that. I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for.
No,
I don't really know what you're fishing here, to be honest.
Okay, so the game's sort of been in development hell by one guy, in the same way that we were talking about Funger, and all my good picks are like this apparently, I guess. Where they're made by one guy who just cannot get the last update done.
Mm-hmm.
For the game. But basically, the culture around this game is that, people sort of celebrate it as sort of a full game when it isn't a full game. And we'll probably talk about some of why that may be. But also, what is there is really good, and also if the final part does come out at some point, we can play it and give you a follow-up. It'll be cool. But mostly that's just like the culture around this game is just play it anyway. Doesn't matter that it's literally not done. Just play it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's good. It's it's an episodic structure, so it's just just the last bit that has been in the works for approximately 5 years or so. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, we want to talk about our histories with these games?
Sure. You can start because it's your video game. Lead, take us away.
So, I started playing on the second to last major update that is actually, came out.
So the first chunk of chapter 3, yes? I think.
No. The update before that.
Okay. Because chapter 3 was 2 updates so far. There's gonna be 3.
Was it? Okay. Well, okay. Then
at least that's the way it's structured in the video game. There are 2 parts of chapter 3 right now.
No. Okay. Actually, what happened was it came out the second half of chapter 2 and the first chunk of chapter 3 came out as one update.
That's stupid. That can't be right. No
I'm
shot.
pretty sure that's right.
Why would you do that? That's absurd.
There's a lot of questions I have about the development structure of this game for the one person who's doing it. But at least I'm pretty sure that's the case. I may be wrong, but I do genuinely
We're getting a lore
think
check.
that is the case. Yeah.
Your Turn to Die is also the name of a Italian and French film from 1967. Fun fact. Apparently, thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I hopped on then, and then when the next bit came out, I didn't play it right away.
No, yeah, chapter 2 was released in 2 parts, then chapter 3 was a 2-part split release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong then. Oh, it may just be chronologically that they came out much closer together.
They didn't. It was
no.
It was May 2019,
insane.
February 2020.
I'm just going insane then.
Yeah, that's fine. It happens.
I started playing
around then, I guess.
Around February, probably April 2020. If I had to guess. So about the same time I was playing Danganronpa for the first time.
Yeah, peak,
I believe. And so they sort of sat in very opposing parts of my mind on the way to do this. Because I mean, whether or not people are right to, people compare this to Danganronpa a lot. They don't compare it nearly as much to Zero Escape, which I had played before either of them. And so, I was sort of playing Danganronpa and I was playing this, and one of them pissed me off much less. But yeah, so that's sort of, and then, as updates have come out, I've sort of played the game more. I don't know why I thought that it worked how I said I thought it worked.
I don't know, but it would be really funny if it did come out like that, honestly. Because the first part of chapter 3 is kind of weirdly segmented. It's low-key and nothing happens.
Well, no, but that's the thing. The whole game is sort of weirdly the whole game is weirdly segmented.
No, it's the sub game is part 1, then the main game is part 2, but chapter 3 part 1 is just the first bit of the sub game, and then it's one of the androids or whatever stabs John Berger, and then it just ends.
True. Yeah, no, that's fair. Do we want to talk about what this do we want to talk about what this game is at all?
Yeah.
Actually, first, because I've already framed it in terms of Danganronpa, and the comparisons are almost certainly going to come. You wanna talk about your experiences with that, or when you started playing that, and then we can both talk about recent things with that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. If I first played Danganronpa in what, like 2016 or so, one and
Christ.
two, and UDG, and then that was before Danganronpa 3, the end of Host Peak Academy. Peak anime. It's not peak. It's fucking terrible.
It's really bad.
Came out, but it was fun to watch weekly. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Truly an experience
I
unlike
could
any
see
other.
it for sure.
And nobody could have prepared for all this because I liked anime. What did he mean by this? And the experience of playing V3 as it came out. Well, like 8 months after it came out, because for some reason, even though it was 2017, they had not caught up to simultaneous releases at that point. So it came out in January in Japan and then like September in the US. Crazy. But anyways, I want to play those. I like those. And then I became sort of a not liker the games that aren't V3. And then I turned around again. And I had been aware of Your Turn to Die since probably 2020-ish. Only in the sense that it's a game that is not yet finished. It's a Danganronpa-like. And there's that green fucker.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much the extent of everything I knew about the game. Until I was forced to play it. Like I was put in my own kind of saw trap. You are,
and you knew I was glazing it for a while.
I believe I'd known this, yes.
So yeah, recently, yeah, I sort of became very back and forth on Danganronpa. I really like parts of it, didn't like other parts of it, but in my mind, it occupied sort of the same place as this, and this was just more interesting, in a lot of ways to me. But it doesn't, a lot of the stuff that it's doing is after having sort of a Danganronpa genesis, which would not have been on either of our bingo cards when we recorded our first episode. I think it wasn't then yet then.
What?
We not, you weren't aware that that Bopper was gonna be playing it.
No, he had started streaming by that point. He was like halfway through the first game.
But no, because the first episode was I started watching in April. I started watching at episode 4 in April.
Yeah, I was watching episode 1. It started in February. We recorded in March.
Oh, okay.
Because it was alongside Real Time Disco Elysium, which is set in February.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so due to that, we sort of come around, and I've realized metatextually what's going on is sort of very different between the two. So it was a weird thing of no longer thinking about it in terms of Danganronpa, but I can't get away from the fact that I did for the longest time.
Yeah, that's the other thing I heard about this game, other than it's good, is that it's described by people as what if Danganronpa was good, which is so mean and disrespectful.
It's what if they were just not the same game?
Yeah, pretty much.
What if they were going for very different things? What if Danganronpa were sort of... What if Danganronpa were written by Uchikoshi, except not at all?
Well, that's not true at all. This is
so
even less comparable to Uchikoshi.
So it is Danganronpa but written by Uchikoshi?
No, because this is even less resemblance to anything Uchikoshi's ever written.
Yeah. No, it's sort of more thematically, like, tonally going for something much closer to Zero Escape than Danganronpa did.
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, well, firstly, that implies that there's a tonal difference between the two, and I don't think that's true.
You think there isn't a tonal difference between this and Danganronpa?
Between Danganronpa and Zero Escape.
Oh.
They're like the same thing.
That's interesting. I disagree wholeheartedly. Interesting.
Fascinating.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so this game occupied a lot of the same spaces in my mind as those other two games. Online, it's sort of regarded as part of the... So, you know, we've got several visual novel trilogy, like pairs of three, sets of three.
Where are you going with this?
The classic Danganronpa Zero Escape, Ace Attorney, which I don't know why people say. I get the overlap between Danganronpa and Ace Attorney, and that the logic battles. I don't get where there's any overlap between Zero Escape. But there's
because they're Japanese adventure games of the same not even of the same era. Ace Attorney 1 came out in 2001 with the GBA. 999 came out in 2007 for the DS.
Yes, exactly. I don't understand.
Well, we didn't get Ace Attorney until the DS port. Therefore, they're the same.
Sure.
I'm just saying what the people are thinking.
And then there's the the fucking Death Game set of three, which is this, Zero Escape, and Danganronpa. And that I see why it is, because they're three Death Game BNs. This has some puzzly elements like Zero Escape and some like...
I guess it does.
And then, and like escape situations and stuff. And then it has some of the same logic stuff as logic battle stuff as Danganronpa. Like tonally, but not at all mechanically.
Not all mechanically, but it is. You can't ignore that it's doing that. It's the same art. Like it's as clear as homage can be.
Yeah, no, it is. While doing it very differently, it's very interesting. I'm a fan. Like Danganronpa, the logic can be rather obtuse and stupid sometimes.
True. True.
So let's just talk about what this game actually is. Yeah. We said it's a death game. We said there's robots and the green fucker.
Yeah. So as the guy who played the game, let me give you the overview. So important to note, this game has a subtitle. It's Your Turn to Die. Not colon, because why would you use a colon for a subtitle, you fucking moron? It's a hyphen. I think it's the double hyphen, like 100 line. Not like an M dash, which is, 2 hyphens in it, but like hyphen, subtitle, hyphen. Great, thank you. Death game by majority. Luckily, this game is not interested in doing anything like that. It is much dumber. Thankfully, thank God.
Quick side note. I saw a Reddit post yesterday. Where someone said, "Wait, it's actually saying what the game is." I thought that the guy who made the game was named Majority. I went by Majority online.
No. Do
you want me to find you this post?
No. What are you talking about? That's 10 out of 10 shit post. I love that forum.
It reads so genuine too.
But that's the start of the game that you get Slender Man telling you, have you ever heard of a democracy? Have you ever heard of a majority vote?
No. They only just started playing the game.
That's the first thing you see in the fucking video game.
No. It's literally like before they played it, that's what they thought it was, and then they started playing
Are you illiterate?
It wasn't.
Not you, but the other you. Not in like the Jungian sense, but like the guy making up in my head.
It was posted yesterday, and now I'm not seeing it. Let's quote by new, not hot. Like it was truly glorious post. It read so genuine. Okay. Yeah. No,
You made this up in your head.
I fucking wrote this down when I saw it yesterday to talk about this. It looks like the post has been deleted.
There's a gas leak in your home, or the farm work's getting to you. You've gone fucking crazy.
No, this is a real post. It must have been deleted because I cannot see it. I didn't write down the username of the individual because I thought I would just be able to find it. But yeah, no, it's just not.
Sometimes one must remember that people on the internet are like 12.
Oh no! Here it is. Polities Pancake 22.
Okay, you don't gotta put them on blast like that.
Yeah, you / Polities Pancake 22.
There
it
you do
was
it
6
again.
days ago. Okay, I am stupid. Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, the game opens with Slender Man being like, "Are you familiar with the concept of a majority vote?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Yes. This game is made for a Japanese audience, and then it has a
They don't
English
have democracy
localization.
there.
That's true. And then you get dumped into the POV. Your main character is the girl. I feel like I'm going full weeb. I've internally always called her Sarah or Sara and not Sarah because that's just how I read it because I know that's what it is in the Japanese. But I'm sure many people in the West or culture scholars say it's Sarah, and that's fine. I don't care. Sarah Chidoin and her best friend Joe Tazuna. That's his last name, I think. He's a fucking guy. He's just a Genki guy, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate this guy. He's annoying. Head slap. Ew.
No, they're best friends. Kai's so gay, even if Sarah isn't.
You mean Joe? Kai is a different man.
Joe. Oh, also gay, but yeah, different man.
If you say so. They're just kind of going to school, hanging out. Sarah is thinking that she's like got like a stalker. You go home, you see the stalker, like the shadow. You're like, oh shit, something's about to go down. Boom. You wake up with Joe in a fucking saw trap. You both get out fine. You meet a bunch of other goons, and you're forced to play a death game by. Well, I guess you don't meet the organizer yet. You put a mannequin together, and then she comes to life, and it's like, her, I am the Joker. Die.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's true. Well, okay. First of all, the ninth man's head gets blown off.
Mm-hmm.
That happens first. Well, no, that happens at the same time.
Except someone has an actual emotional connection to the ninth man.
Hey, people have emotional connection to the ninth man in 999.
Who? Hongo?
Sure.
Who wants him dead?
Yeah, that's an emotion.
Okay. You know what I fucking mean.
Yeah. And? Yeah. So we meet our goon squad, our cast.
Actually, real quick.
Okay.
I do want to comment on how it immediately takes a different turn than both Zero Escape and Danganronpa did in terms of like the first set of people dying.
The first death happens very stupid. It's kind of absurd if you think about it.
Yeah. So obviously the first death in Zero Escape is about a character that no one likes. You never even learn his name.
Yes, you do.
Well, you don't learn his name before he dies.
Yeah, well, it's not like you ever learn Lotus's name in the game, or Seven's, for that matter.
Okay, but that's you know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Just example character, boom, dead. And then Danganronpa takes a very insidious twist of going, hey, look, here's this character. She wants to be your assistant, wants to get out. And then, oh no, she's the first victim. And then it actually turns out it's entirely her fault and she was trying to be the first killer.
Yeah.
So each of those tonally do something different. And this game takes a third option of just like, Okay, one of the sweeter characters of the cast. Who was your goat?
That's true. He was immediately the first character I liked. Well, no, I also like a Rekko pretty quickly.
Yeah, he was your fucking goat, and he was sort of a sweet character. And they old guy, art professor, very weird guy, but still art professor.
So he's a chill guy.
Chill guy. And they're like, and then it's like, no, I'll do it. It's okay. Vote for me. I'm gonna let's vote for, hey, my student, let's vote for each other. As like I don't remember why exactly, how he actually
I don't
convinced her
know,
to do it.
because nobody read the rules. The rules were just right there saying that whoever gets the most votes will die. But if everybody gets the same votes, it's fine. They just didn't read them.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
But he convinced her to like trade votes with him, and then he voted for himself anyway to get 2 votes on him. So he would die instead of anyone else.
No, that's not why. He didn't know he was gonna die.
No?
No, literally nobody bothered to read the rules.
Well, okay. They figured something bad was gonna happen.
Sure.
And he voted for himself to make the bad thing happen to him. Through sort of sweet deception. Like, deception that's like... But to protect her, right? Not the main character, but some other...
But now, who was one of my other goats, but not by then. Then she was just kind of like a fail girl.
Yeah. She still is.
Yeah, but
to
like...
be clear.
Endearing about it.
Yeah. Fucking, what's her name? Reiko? No,
Rekko?
not Reiko.
Yeah, now in Rekko.
Oh, okay, it's Reiko. Okay.
The Yuri.
Yeah.
It's true. It's in the game. Can't deny it.
Yeah, sorry, now. And yeah, this absolute, truly failure of a college student / high school.
College. I think she's...
I got mixed signals about that.
Well, she's not wearing a uniform, therefore she's in uni.
Okay.
If she's unless she might be graduated, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, frankly.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, true failure of a fucking art student. Yeah. It's sweet, but they kill off, someone sacrifices themselves. Didn't have to, but someone sacrifices themselves, and the head rolls off the body, basically, and now everyone's like, what the like, having I'd say probably a more rational response than at least the Danganronpa cast did to people dying.
You say this, I think I cannot disagree more. At least when it comes to stuff later in the game, this game is very silly.
No. I mean right now, right at the beginning of the game, the tone it sets, the initial reaction people have to that is like shock, disbelief, horror, and just true, like, they don't want to let themselves believe what they've just seen. Whereas everyone in Danganronpa was sort of like,
This is not what happens in Danganronpa 1. You find the body and you fucking pass out immediately for like a day.
Yeah, but then by the time like the trial happens, it's like, okay, well, that sucked.
Well, they don't have a choice, man.
And then obviously DR2 is just truly nothing. No one cares.
It's bad. So like, who cares? Bad game.
Yeah.
Man.
And then V3 V3. It's sick. But anyway, I what they do tonally right at the beginning of the game differentiates the 3 games rather drastically in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you say so. I don't know. I think I disagree, frankly.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so our cast. Let's just roll down the cast. We got Sarah Chidon, our main character. She's what if a Danganronpa protagonist was a woman, but not like that time they did that, or the other time they did that? We've got Joe. He's so blurbo coded it makes me sick. I hate him.
Really, it's really funny how much Shane hates.
You've got there's Kai who is a guy. He's like a I was about to say he's like a house husband, but like, you know, he's like a, you know, whatever the fuck is what I truly cannot find the word I'm looking for, but you know, he's a housekeeper. He's a housekeeper.
And also very quickly revealed to be probably Sarah Stalker.
Yeah. Not that quickly, but well, I quickly in the grand scheme of things, in that he gets taken out by the end of chapter 1, which is like 8 hours. You know, it's like less than a third of the game.
Well, she starts to have uncomfortable feelings about him almost immediately. Get the same vibes when she's being stalked.
He gives her the ick.
Yeah.
Then what do you call it? The all right, we got Kyutaro Burgerberg, because we love referencing Kyutaro in this house. He's a baseball player, allegedly, or ex-baseball player. He doesn't seem to really be aware, but he's a bit stupid, but that's fine. My first impression was I don't really like him, but over time warmed on him. So he has one of the best moments in the game, frankly, at the end of the game currently. We got Keiji, is that the cop's name?
Yeah.
Okay, the cop, who tragically is probably my second favorite character in the game.
They made a cop character I actually like. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, they made a low-key pedophile cop. Goated. That's my go right there.
And it's like, you know, the game we just started playing is another me suggestion. Yeah, Jane's immediately like, fuck the cop in that game.
Well, yeah, because they're all annoying and narcs. Keiji, crucially, is no longer really a cop. He was fired. Or quit. I can't. One of those two.
Sort of. What was the exact circumstance?
Well, because he just fucking killed a man. At any rate, he's kind of like annoying, but like chill about it. You know the type. He's a type of guy. He's very much a genre of guy, but he will eventually be basically your like first real ally throughout the game. He is Kyoko, but if instead of being like a blorbo purple girl, he was like a large man, not like full Baro, but like, you know, he's no twink boy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Tall, blonde, spiky hair dude with the most awkward resting pose imaginable.
Yeah, he has like the exact same pose set as there's a pose from a Danganronpa game that is damn near traced, where he has like the hand behind like his head. You know the one I'm talking about.
Who has the hand behind the head and their arm outstretched at the camera?
I swear to God, that's like a Nagito pose. But I don't know.
No way that's a Nagito pose.
I don't remember or care. It's
anyway, he's got a hand up behind his neck with his elbow pointed out, and then his other hand vaguely clawed out towards the camera. It's really weird.
It's fine. Then we got
Oh, I don't dislike it. I just think I think it's strange and interesting.
There's Reko Yabusame, the goth rock girl. She's awesome, in case you couldn't tell.
Yep.
That's all you need to know. There is now Egokoro, that's her last name, something like that. Fail girl, college student. She's cool. She gets some really good moments. She endeared me. Chapter 2, she has a lot of good moments. At first, she's just kind of, you know, crying and pissing and shitting herself, which is, I guess, fine. There's Kana Kizuchi, the child. She's a girl with a bucket on her head. I hated her, but I guess she's fine. She's fine now. I like her now.
Yeah.
but she is also profoundly a shitting and pissing themselves character. There is Geen,
Yeah.
the other child, who I
as
just
opposed
dislike still currently now.
Yeah, as opposed to like the Danganronpa and Zero Escape games, there's a much larger power imbalance within the cast. Just inherently through age. There's in Zero Escape you have a wide age range, but you've got no one who isn't like at least like a college student.
It's for Quark.
Well, at least in the first game. The second game, there is a kid, but he's got someone like hard advocating for him.
And also, he will not be a real character in the video game.
And he will never be a real character. And then ZTD actually explores that idea.
Not really.
And then obviously, well, yeah, it does. With
Fine.
Eric and Mira just like abusing the heck out of this child for the first half of the game.
Sure. If you want to call that an exploration of the idea.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, this game actually truly explores these, but also it's just those three characters together. It's never looked at in a wider perspective. Whereas this game actually just has two children and no one to like actually hard back them up.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get, well, there's one more character who really takes this idea to another level of, I wonder what I can do with these two impressionable children.
So we got Gin, who's the other child. He's the autistic child. It's literally just canon. I'm not saying that to be mean. It is just his character, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him though. I think he's really annoying.
He is rather annoying,
and not in like an endearing way. I think he just sucks to be around. Is that everybody but him, capital H him? Except he's not a him. He's not him. He's not a dog.
That's everyone at the beginning, but capital H him.
Yeah, and then you've got So Hiyori. He's. What if Nagito was more annoying?
What if Nagito was more annoying, but also more based in his ideology?
So does not have an ideology, though. He's actually
exactly, and that's much more based than what Nagito has.
I don't know.
I don't like Nagito's ideology. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But so, and he doesn't have super powered luck or anything to rely on. He's just a bitch.
I guess.
And a hobo.
This guy's got a fun scarf.
He's got a fun scarf and a fun beanie.
Yeah. Those are your introductory characters, and you do some slop. Then the plot happens, right? So it's like, okay, oops, you voted. Haha, he's the professor. Oh, Professor Mishima. One of those two.
I assumed that we counted him first.
I guess. Yeah. Rip Bozo. He was cool though. And so immediately I was like, damn, alright, that's one of two characters I like down. We will continue to not have a great track record with this, frankly. And so here's to talk about something that I was aware of, is that like, so the game is called Death Game by Majority, and the way that you described as like, hashtag your choices matter, so to speak, I assumed that the death game itself, right? And the way the game initially sort of sets it up, right, is simply at some point you will have to vote, and whoever gets the most votes dies. Like that's just it. And you'd be more not social deduction kind of thing. It's literally ends up becoming that, and it's whatever. But like basically you just have to. You're just forced to choose a guy to die, and that's just not true. It is you have to figure out who to kill. Somebody just has to die, and like otherwise everybody else dies because they're weird. It's all like a weird rules. It's a social deduction game where everybody's given roles, and there's most commoners, and then there's a sacrifice who if they aren't killed, everybody else dies and they win. So you just have to figure out who that is, or that's not or something like that. There's the sage who can like who knows who people are. This keymaster, I can't remember what they do, but they do something.
The keymaster knows who the well, the sage knows who the keymaster is. The keymaster, if they die, everyone dies.
Mm-hmm.
But but the sacrifice, and the sacrifice, they have to kill the keymaster. They die no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you have to kill someone. So the real thing is you have to kill a commoner. You have to kill someone without a role. Yeah, so it does lead to there being options of
not
who dies.
No, there's one option of who dies where you choose who to die in the game.
Who dies? Not in the game.
One.
In the like directly in the trial. There's two sets.
Yeah, but that's not a choice. It's a fail state.
Yeah, it is. What?
You do not choose between Rekko or Alice. You either solve it in time or you don't. It's not a choice. You don't know the outcome. You're not making a choice. You either.
Okay. Fair enough. That's true. Okay.
And ultimately, chapter 1 is your choices. In fact, # do not matter. There are no choices. It's Joe's the sacrifice or whatever, and everybody else decides to kill Kai because he's like evil. He has like a laptop where he's revealed to be working with the organizers somehow. Ooh, spooky. So they get fucking murked. Rip, I guess. They have like pixel art Danganronpa executions. It's kind of cute. I can't remember what any of them are though. for at least for those two. But it's basically built around taunting Sarah like personally. The game master, whatever her name is, Sue Miley, for round 1. You're typing? I was typing something might be going wrong. I see.
Wanted to send you. I sent Jane the work in progress thumbnail, except it's sort of incomprehensible.
I see what it is.
Okay, you know what thing
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Anyways.
I think it's the only thing worth. Let's talk about the visual style for a second.
Okay.
Because there's very little to make. It's all the characters. The characters are like pretty much all the visuals of the game. Or like replicas of the characters in non-animated form show up a lot.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Because like most you got the character portraits in a pretty good style, very visually distinct. Except for when it's not, and I think it's some of the character designs in chapter 3 I think are like but you know, so it goes. Mostly it's good, and then all the backgrounds and occasional other scenes like the boss fights in chapter 3, don't worry about it, are in that pixel style. Like I would most liken it to what people imagine when they think of like the 2600. It doesn't actually look like a 2600 game, but it looks like the Five Nights at Freddy's Atari mini games. Sorry to have that be the reference.
That is a choice of reference. But yeah, yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. I don't know where we're going. We don't need to give that broad of a plot review. People die, and then Sarah loses her fucking mind. You get, like, it's stupid. It's really fucking Joe.exe haunting her throughout, like, the rest of chapter 2. It's really absurd. In a way that I think completely fails. Because it is not... I can only assume it's supposed to be taken seriously. But when I say it's Joe.exe, I mean it is the most fucking 2011 creepypasta looking motherfucker. Just like, not even jump scaring, just kind of appearing and like, hey, what's good? And it's not good. It's not good.
I don't like. It was whatever for me. I didn't enjoy it, but it didn't bother me like it bothered Jade. Um,
It's, I don't know, something about it, man. It's too much. You're doing too much here.
you didn't like the despair meter, the
No, why
sparometer.
is there an eternal darkness sanity meter here when it has nothing to do with anything? I don't know. It didn't seem particularly hard to keep it low. So it was just
No,
a non-issue. It was. I don't even know if you can do anything with it, to be honest, or if it's
I
just
don't know
just
either.
an illusion. Because in chapter
There's a
2, as you're
few of
going
those in this
through
game.
the mini games, you have a fucking sanity meter, and it's like, oh, don't run out, or else you're. Who knows? Yeah, chapter 2 is the best chapter in the game for what it's worth. It's kind of not even close.
Yeah, chapter 2 is really good.
Because like you got the sub game, which is doing a bunch of mini games. The sub games are
There's
like,
AI
yeah,
generated versions of your dead compatriots
and also
about.
the alive compatriots, right?
Well, but those were never like active parts of anything.
Well, they're on the window. You can like buy the info from
But
them.
those are just videos.
Well, yeah, there's not
It's
AI people running. The only AI person running around is Rekko, who is also alive.
no, but there's fully like AI people on versions of the dead people on the screens,
Yeah, they're also the ones of the
and that
alive people. It's just nobody cares.
were there.
I think so. Because that's, oh, except for like because he has to destroy his because of plot.
Hmm. Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Doing the sub games to buy
Anyway,
points to buy
so
lore.
the girl, the now is just like in despair, trying to speak with her dead professor
Yeah,
for the whole game until the AI professor says like, "Kill me, like this isn't good for you."
yeah. And so boom, it
Um,
does. And then she has Yuri with the goth girl, and I'm like, finally, there's some good fucking video game happening. And also
mm-hmm.
Loki, the two of them have Yuri with like Sarah. It's awesome. Like finally, something exciting's happening. um, and then at some point, I guess the sub game ends. There's a new guy joins the squad, Alice, who has maybe the worst design in the game of like the main real cast.
Oh, I like it. It's weird, but I like it.
It's a bit too much for me. Because he's got this
You
comical like prison outfit, a ball and chain, and like Skrillex hair, but dyed like bright, like a vivid blue, yellow, and purple.
you like it more than Gen?
I like it less than Gin, if you can understand
Or
what words
sorry,
mean.
less than Gen. You like it less than Gen's design?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Um, yeah, and then the main game is like, everybody has their roles, but they can use the points earned in the subgame to swap roles. Shenanigans ensue. There's a a stupid bit where I can't remember which part it is, where basically you have to figure out some stuff, and you realize, well, if you're like me, you realize a bit ago, that the Rekko that's been running around for a good portion of the segment, was swapped with like the AI uploaded into just a fucking robot that is
Mm-hmm.
basically a person. The game is not invested
Yeah.
in this idea, for what it's worth. And you basically have to, you realize this, and it's like such the obvious answer to the mystery, but you're at this stupid mini game where Qtaro and Gin are like gonna die if you don't like shove. Like the obvious answer is that you're in a position where you just need to shove the fake Rekko off the fucking cliff into like a pit of spikes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like for the way the game logic wanted me to do that, I simply could not do that. Parse it to like reveal the obvious answer. So I failed or whatever. Nothing of consequence really happens. It's like you're fine, and then you do get to like a later point, a bit after it, and the real Rekko dies. I don't remember how, if I'm being honest. Is it they're shot by the new overseer guy, the mask dude, by Mask to Mask, right?
Are you calling Ranger
I
Mask?
couldn't remember what his name was. Yes, Ranger.
Yeah, Rearranger, this doll that collects the most visually distinct scrap of clothing from each dead person.
It's a pretty funny bit.
Yeah, it's good. I really like Rio.
But so I got that. I saw, well, you can't just kill off my second favorite characters, so I load the save back and go the other way, and instead Rio kills Alice for reasons I actually do not know.
Rio's freaking out and power abusing and trying to get attention from Dad.
Yeah, I think it's because they don't realize it's the fake. He didn't know it was the fake Rekko that you murked, so he like goes up to try and punch him or whatever, and then he whips out the Glock. Not really. I think he just uses the collar or whatever. It's Gashu that whips out the Glock and kills kills Rio. Gashu being the new overseer for the main game and my goat. He's by far the best antagonist in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He has a weird design. All the dolls have like weird designs, but I don't think are that compelling. I think he's fun enough. I think he has because like Miley and Cephalin and Ranger are a bit too heightened for me. But Gashu is just down enough while still being like whack about it.
The fucking crab mustache.
Yeah.
Crab stash. Crazy.
Yeah, so I went with Alice instead. So I couldn't really tell you much about Alice as a character, other than what you learned from the introduction. Sorry, Alice fans.
I like Alice a lot.
I'm sure he's a chill guy, but awesome. Like between him or my Blorbo, sorry. Yeah, main game chapter 2. This is going way too long for a summary. What are we doing here? You've played the game. You know that the end of chapter 2 is the best part, where you just have to choose between So or Kana, and obviously you choose to kill So because you're not a freak, except so most people choose to kill Kana because they're fucking insane.
So, I think this boils down to one of the ideas. I've sort of been mentioned for in one of the things for Fall in London that I've mentioned for our campaign because it's really relevant.
Okay.
Is sometimes self-sabotage and just doing the insane thing, is like compelling to people. And just
okay,
just
but that's not why people do it. You know this as well as I do.
That's the argument I could make for why you would actually do it. That's not why people do it.
And nor is that the way the game frames it.
No,
I think it's framed in a really dumb way. The way that
what is it that he's potentially more useful?
Yeah, the way that like the roots are like, at least the fandom calls it, and I think it's structured internally. And the way it's sort of laid out is like emotion versus logic, as if this is a dichotomy that exists, or that this is a dichotomy that exists at all, or in the choice, neither of which are true. I hate when people try and have that kind of framing, because it's just not a thing that exists. And nor is it the logical choice to keep So alive.
No, there's a thing. It could have been. The game could have said that. I think if the game were maybe better written, it would have done.
Okay.
If he knew something, we knew for sure that he knew something that would help not only him but everyone get out.
Mm-hmm.
Then it becomes interesting, right? Because then it's logic. But that's not at all what happens. So
he might be useful because he's a hacker man.
he's not as much of a burden as the child is.
Except he literally has a 0% win rate.
He has a 0% win rate. Oh, we should probably explain that in a sec. And also he's been actively detrimental towards everyone else the whole fucking game.
Yeah, and he's also willing to let it go, right? Like, and just die for this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go. It's like, it's absurd. It's absurd that, at least on Steam achievements, which is not always the greatest metric for things, but it's the only metric I have to check the numbers, that more people, by like a significant factor, choose to have So kept alive and not Kana. Crazy. For what it's worth, the game punishes this, at least somewhat. We haven't, the game's not finished, but in chapter 3, it just kind of sucks in the route where you keep So alive. Because I do not like So throughout most of the game. He's annoying. I don't like him. Yes, he's meant to be hateable, but sometimes you just hate a guy, right? Not hateable in like an interesting way. He's just annoying. But then he comes around. He's like, okay, we can make this work. Because you're basically in a situation where Gashu fucks up. He wanted Now dead because Now has the sacrifice card, and that's kind of like the crux of the point here, is that you need to prove that Gashu has fucked things, and that way, when you do that, you can get the extension, and everything gets reshuffled. You can just run it back, and it'll work this time. You can escape. We're getting there, and then you're able to prove this. And this is when I said on the game, the best part of the game, easily you prove it, you get there, and Gashu's like, well, you see, there's a second part. You either, if the administrator interferes, you either get the extension, or they die, and then as he shoots himself, he's like, keep playing, motherfuckers. See it to the end.
Awesome.
Easily. Nothing that could possibly happen in Chapter 3, Part 2, the final, could match it. Just a real palpable sense of, like, fuck in the air for the remaining bits. Because Now is fucked regardless.
That, like,
and that's my blurb.
To a point that, like, I didn't get the same sense of everything we've been working to is just it's so fucking over. In at any point in Zero Escape or Danganronpa, it's such a good moment that it's sort of the entire game.
Yeah.
But it's such a good moment, though. It is genuinely so good.
Yeah, it's really great. And it's like finally, and So starts to become a good character. I'm like, yes, we're back. Because for the reasons, because it's So and Kana are two commoners, so you have to choose between one of them. Is basically the logic behind why those two specifically.
Or the secret third.
That's
option.
right. There is the better third ending where you, because the sacrifice gets to choose somebody to leave with, so you can vote for somebody that's not them, and leave with Now and have awesome Yuri. And I'm like, well, that's peak. That's the first one I did. Just as, if nothing else, just see if the game would let me, and it does. And I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, that's what I did first too. It's so good. Like, imagine Danganronpa, you can just effectively side with the killer and just leave with the killer and just say everyone else.
Well, that's
dead.
not the rules of Danganronpa, but yeah.
Well, but it's the same level of, like, yeah, you just choose to, you just kill everyone and leave with one other person. But here's the thing. You have to do it without any guarantee that you're gonna be the one person she chooses.
Well, it's a pretty good guarantee. You, like, make the deal with her, because everybody else has voted, and you're the last vote. Everybody else states their vote.
Yeah, but.
And she's like, "Hey, if you do this, let's get out of here."
But there's no promise. I think it would have been an even better ending if she was like, "Okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm leaving with Reiko.
Okay, that would have been better. I can't lie. That would have been way better. Oh my god.
I would have like there was nothing other than her word that you were the one she was picking. Like it literally could have been both. I mean, what it was is awesome, but that could have also just gone so hard. It's there's so much room for awesome stuff in the back half of chapter 2.
Yeah.
Actually, the whole chapter 2, but mainly the back half.
Yeah, the first bit was like whatever, because like as soon as you see Rekko get grabbed by the ghoulies and then come back like 5 seconds later, and it's like, okay, we know what's going on here.
Okay, so when I played that, I was Alice maxing. I was Alice and Reiko maxing. I was basically doing no one else. Just
yeah,
those
you have like basically like sort of mini free time events or whatever, and I spent all my time with Rekko and now.
Yeah, so I spent it with Alice, and that Alice and Reiko, and that spending it with him made the first bit of chapter 2 so much more interesting. I wish the game forced you to spend a little bit more time with him, because you basically didn't talk to him ever. And it was like, you know, the whole bit with him and Reiko relationship.
There's interesting stuff there with
really
him and Rekko and So, but he can just die and it doesn't get explored, and So can die and it doesn't get explored. And it's like, well, that's alright.
Yeah. But basically, I had a bit. I think I had a bit better time with the first half of
I mean, I still liked it. I like
did.
seeing the Yuri. Don't get it twisted.
Because Alice was like an actual character for me. So, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. End of chapter 2 is great. And then chapter 3, all like the other dead people that died before like the game started proper, they have their AI put in the dolls.
Yeah, people who died in the mini escape room that you were with Joe at the beginning of the game.
Because like theoretically, only one of you needed to leave, right?
And that happened in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Such as Kana, her sister fucking died.
Yeah.
And it was sort of her fault, and that's sort of what what's his name abused the whole time.
So Tsujima
against her. Yeah.
We got to talk about that at some point.
We're
right now,
there.
I guess.
I was about to say, at some point, like that's where we are in the plot.
So it's sort of another thing at the end of chapter 2 with So's whole character, right? The reason why he's like this is because he got some intel from like the first room that they've been using the AI recreations of them, which are just like them, right? There's no ambiguity here. They are just a perfect simulation of the people. Don't think too hard about this when you kill all of them. And he's like, look, from like one of the administrators, like, look, we ran the numbers. You have a 0% chance of ever winning this thing. So all you got to do is be a different guy. Just be like your old pal, Sohiori, because his actual name is Shin Tsukimi. I'm like, okay, sure. And so that's why he's acting like that. And then he's like, wait, let's lock in at the end, because you have to like reveal this truth, whatever. And then he dies, and it's good. He like goes out, he reactivates AI Joe Biden to be like, Sarah, don't give in to despair. Hope Max. Like, all right, let's get rid of Joe.exe, and like, thank God.
So it's interesting because they're like they're basically just people, except for the fact that several of them are like, yeah, I'm a robot, kill me. Like this happened with Joe and the professor.
Yeah, only when they're not given a body. As soon as they're given a body, they are given an awareness that they were given self-preservation.
Yeah. Whereas when they're in the computer, multiple of them are like, yeah, it's probably better if you kill me, actually.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem good for you, and you're a person.
It's interesting. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really, actually.
It's more so just weird.
Yeah. Yes. That is more so just is weird. And so we get, and you also learn that the real Sohiori died. He got killed by Alice. That's why Alice is in jail.
Yeah.
But then you find Sohiori, the real one, the OG, in a coffin, and he jumps out. He starts spinning his head all around because he's a robot. Except asterisk. It's silly. It's really silly. What the ultimate reveal with that at the end. Anyways, and so he's like, "Oh, you can't call me. So that's already somebody else's name. Give me a new name." And by default, it's Midori, which is just green. But I said, no. Let's run it back. Let's call you Sohiori. And the game said, and he actually has pre-programmed lines for that, and like basically every other character in the game. That's really, really cool. But it's like, okay, can't call you Sohiori, S-O-U. But there's another villain guy named So that I know of, and that's my guy So Sejima. And so we named him So Sejima. Little did we know the ramifications this would have for SAG as a concept later on. So that's chapter 3. You run through SAG, run through meeting all the other robot guys, and they are like, yeah, let's work together. You're like paired up. Gets paired up with the worst one, frankly, just immediately. Ranmurv. I hate him. His stupid design. He looks like Soma Cruz in Dawn of Sorrow specifically.
Well, there's one that I would say maybe has. There's the child who's
okay,
pink.
but at least she's kind of has like a funny personality at points. Ranmurv is I just find annoying. Frankly, he's a weird little guy. He's not actually that short, but I don't know. It's something about I just didn't like him. Like, oh fuck, it's Joe 2.0, but like worse. And it's like, yeah, they actually all need, because the sub game is like you need to kill So Sejima, or the robots all need to kill you to just leave. It's like, okay, sure. You're running around doing a bunch of stupid shit. Who cares? And then
my goat died.
Who?
My goat. That's the robot.
Oh well, yeah. Well, we reloaded the save, so she didn't.
Oh, okay, good. I forgot that we did. It was a bit ago.
Yeah, and then we kept everybody alive. From then on. It's
so there's my goat who's a circus.
If you expect me to remember any of their
freak.
names, I can't. I remember Ranmurv because he's like the guy that's forced to be with you.
Well, Meier is
people
like the
him.
baker. Meier is the poofy baker that I
sure.
like the design of.
Yeah. I can remember their designs. I just names.
Meier is the poofy baker.
There's a boxer. There's
Anzu.
Anzu. Yeah.
Anzu, who's my goat.
She's cool. I like her.
Her weird circus garb makes it turns out that is the main strange element of Ranger's clothing is taken off of her corpse.
Yeah. And there's the short girl who's actually a human mixed in with them. Right? That's that's the plot, which is crazy because if any of these motherfuckers were not real, it would be her because she is like 70% head.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Her eyes are wider than her like knees by like almost 200%.
It's really the one. A lot of like I think the doll designs of like these guys are a bit absurd, but hers is the one where I'm like, we probably should have given this one a second pass. IMO.
Well, I think the boxer.
Oh, the boxer's just like a normal guy.
Yeah, the Boxer and my goat are just like normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've got to say, Anzu, the I guess fully she is the clown. Her just school outfit. She why oh, Fire Emblem.
What? What do you mean? Oh, Fire Emblem. Oh, she kind of got the leer cut.
She got the awful, yeah, she's got the awful blue and red cut. It works really well in her clown outfit, and you can't really tell all that much. But when she's just in her school uniform, it's heinous.
Yeah. Also, I feel it's worth noting that the Boxer is the only character that is not deathly white. He's the only character of color here. A bit of color, as much color as you're gonna get from a Japanese visual novel. That's not being racist.
A Japanese visual novel where the style is to make everyone literally paper.
Yeah.
As the color. And he looks like he's mostly just a normal guy with like moderately strange hair, other than the fact that his eyes are like actually just fluorescent pink.
Yeah, but like that's fine. His hair isn't that strange. It's just like dyed, I think. I don't really remember. Who cares?
His hair's fine. It's just the way it's spiky. It's dyed so that his hair, that the highlights basically look like lightning bolts throughout his hair. But it's fine. Yeah. But him and Anzu have normal designs, and then the others don't at all. Renmaru is like an acceptable design in like if it weren't for like his
head is acceptable.
For, like, his head. Oh, I was gonna say the opposite.
What are you saying? His outfit is like it's half of like a biker jacket and then just bandage wrap. He looks like he walked out of Sonic Boom.
No, that's sick. That's like a character I'd make for Fallen London.
No, it looks
like,
awful.
If I were playing in the Fallen London campaign, except I'd probably have bandages. He's given real Tomb Colonist, but like with I love the jackets that don't stop stop at like the rib cage.
I think it's atrocious. maybe just because he reminds me too much of Soma in Dawn of Sorrow, and I'm like, damn, I miss Aria of Sorrow. I miss, you know. Anyways,
in terms of the other designs, Mai has insane eyes. The baker.
Sure.
Her headpiece is fucking wild, but her eyes are like, those are not. That's not what eyes look like.
Yeah. And so that's this chapter. You know, Keiji's like your main guy, and then he gets put in like the coffin, set to like burn to death unless you like lock in and you. This is where like the plot of the game happens, unfortunately, where it's revealed that everybody, at some point, except Sarah, and except for like half the candidates, like half the characters of the game, I could not tell you why they're there other than incident. Like Sarah is there like on purpose, but she hasn't actually like signed the thing. Joe is there by incident because he was with her. Basically, they had a moment. They had a damn, life sucks right now moment, and then Sosajima went up to them and was like, our company, Asunaro, can help you if you just sign away everything. And they're like, bet, I'll do it. We can make a wish, just one, come true. Do we have proof? No, but we got you. And he's like, alright. Everybody else, you know, you get like you get like literally like the Danganronpa V3 flashback lights.
Except you use them to play Spot the Difference.
That's right. You'd have to play really bad Spot the Difference because most of them are fine, and then there's like one bit in some of them. Especially like I remember Kyutaro's being mad annoying.
We were there for ages.
Not like that long, but like 20 minutes or so, which is a bit much.
Which is very long compared to like.
It's a long time to spend playing Spot the Difference.
Oh, spending one Spot the Difference. Most of it trying to find one difference.
Yeah. Like Kyutaro like broke his he basically tore his ACL and couldn't play anymore. Reko had her band falling out because of Alice's murder. Kana, I don't know. And Sarah's there because her family is like tied up in her dad is like basically the villain, I think. That is like the lore implication. Her dad, of course, is not a real character in the video game, unless it's Gashu. But there's something
like she would have recognized that.
Maybe he grew out a crab mustache. You know, who knows what to say. No, her dad's probably Slender Man, honestly. But clearly something is up with the Jidoan family, and whatever. You know, so they're just like a bunch of Darwinists or whatever. I assume that's what the plan this is in the whole, like, you know, doing the AI survival percentages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is better than what I assumed by the name and what I had known, which is that the game was going to at some point be trying to say something about like democracy as a system. It is simply uninterested in that, and I thankfully I cannot stress enough. Thank God it is not interested in trying to say anything about that. Because I simply do not have faith in it to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how it kind of starts with the vibe, but it quickly pivots into being Saw. I'm like, yay, give me John Kramer back.
Yeah, being very survival of the fittest Saw.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going. Keiji's in the thing, and it's like, oh my god, we have to get him out of there. It's like, well, if you sign this, he'll get out of there. And you sign it, and then he seemingly still burns up, but in the background, there's a whole plot going on to have him not die. Around this point in the other route, which I did not play, Owen has not played as far as I'm aware. I only found this up when I watched a video, a brief comparison video, like a couple weeks ago. Sarah has Ranmaru kill Alice or Raku, depending on which of them is alive, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm aware of that. I don't know why, but I do know it's a thing, and I'm sure it's whatever.
Well, like I watched like the scene. I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't really parse well for me. Whatever. It's not my story. That's for sure. But ultimately, it's a Gambit. Keiji's fine.
I will say in my playthrough, important difference, I had Alice still around. For some of this, that was a rather big point of difference.
Yeah. Yeah, so then it's like, so it's like the robot's working against you, and then like, no, we can work together as a team. And there's a cute scene where they're all like singing or whatever. That's only on this route. If So is alive, everybody's just kind of mad the whole time.
Yeah. Because So is a bitch who aggravates everyone and makes everyone hate each other.
Because for the record, the reason So is trying to be protective of Kana is because they're siblings. Like blood siblings. Kana is adopted and with her older sister. So and Kana are like blood related, and they got separated. I don't know. It's only really explained, I guess, with So if you keep him alive. Which, you know, again, did not do that. So you know, in his he's like, what the fuck? Yeah. And the final thing is everybody's put in a coffin. You have to play Russian roulette again.
Mm-hmm.
With Sosajima. It's like you either have to kill Sosajima or who's all the robots are in the coffins, but they're gonna die anyways. Except for we completely missed a guy. We completely missed Tanaka from Fear and Hunger 2.
Who? The
robot guy. There's just like a salary man that's Tanaka from Fear and Hunger 2. I can't remember his name.
Oh, yes. The world's most normal guy.
Because I say everybody is scripted to die in the final scenes. That's not true. Tanaka can be alive. Whatever his name actually is. I can't remember if he's alive in my playthrough, but there's like a way it can be where I think either him, Anzu, or somebody else can survive also. Not Ranmaru though, he's gonna die. Rip Bozo. Because it's So's in there. If you kill him, you win. I think it's Gin that's it, because Gin is always being put into situations. Gin's in there. If you kill
Shunsuke Hayasaka.
Sure.
If he's just a guy, he's got a tie and a suit and some glasses and some brown hair.
Yeah. He really is just a guy. Sorry to any fans of Shunsuke Hayasaka, but you know, truly he's just a guy. And basically the way the Russian roulette is set up, it's rigged so that you will go through at least most of the dolls, if not all of them, and then you get to the final gambit, and you basically you're able to kill Midori. You're able to own him with facts and logic by a gambit in which KG was going to he was able to escape from his coffin, because it's like there's like a system set up where it's like, you know, it's a doll or it's a human, wah wah wah. Also, Sosajima reveals that he is like 40% human and 60% doll or something, or the inverse by like body part. I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know what part of him is human, because it's not his head, arm, or arms.
Probably his main torso, if I had to guess.
One would assume, but like, you know, who knows? It's kind of funny though. And so it's like two of you, because like KG was gonna use the head from the professor, which is like something that had been set up way back when. It's like the head went missing, nobody knows. He just had it this whole time, and swapped it so that it would still read as a human, but he would be out and be able to survive. But that would be against the rules. That's why they're gonna kill him. And then Kyutaro reveals that actually the real Kyutaro died way back when he got stabbed by Mai, and he's right now. This is the doll version of him, and it wasn't the professor's head. It was the real his body. So it's not an heir. Midori gets to die, get owned, loser. It's good. It's not as good of a high as Chapter 2, but it's a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slender Man, who I guess is like the main guy, but you know, he's treated as like the main guy, but frankly, who cares? He's not as entertaining as he's not as important seeming as Gashu or as entertaining as Sosajima. He's just Slender Man, but smoking a fat stoogie. And he's like, well, see you in the main game in 5 years. It has been 5 years. We did not need to. Why did we spend 80 minutes doing a plot summary and with a bit of talking about it? What is wrong with us?
I don't know. You started doing it. I was like, yeah, sure.
This is gonna become our worst episode.
Know more about this game. Fucking, I'm cool with that.
This is like our worst episode. We said nothing. We gotta say something. Well, we said some stuff.
We said some stuff. I think this isn't a bad episode.
Okay. It's our most it's summary slap. We're gonna get YTDT fans that haven't played the game and be like, but I have seen 8,000 YouTube Let's Plays. They're gonna watch it and be like, this is my content because it's plot summary. No disrespect. That's a lie. 100% disrespect. Fuck you. Oh, and what have you been playing recently?
Cultist Sim.
Yep, fair enough. Would you like to? What is that? What is a cultist sim?
So cultist
is
cultist
it like
simulator
what's the relation
not,
into Cult of the Lamb?
No, it is no. Well, our friend bought it and tried to play it after playing Cult of the Lamb, and was like, "This isn't the same game."
Which friend?
This is
Elder.
Jojo McFlaggins.
Oh, okay.
I was like, and I heard that, I was like, yeah, this is not that. This is closer to like, this is a resource management game that, sort of resource management, sort of roguelike, except there's not actually all that much variation in what happens if you make the same decisions. For the most part, to be perfectly honest, it's not that rogue like actually it is a roguelike, but you know it's complicated to explain.
Sure.
But basically it's a card game that isn't at all a card game, that is a resource management game that explores the deep lore of this world, and like you operating in your life and then realizing there's occult stuff and feeling called to it. And it's really good. It's made by Weather Factory, who are like sort of a split off from Fellbetter, who do, you know, all the games I like.
Yeah.
Fall in London, Sunless, which was that game. Sun of the Skies, Mask of the Rose, I guess. Blah 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 blah. It's really good. It may become a sad game. I just don't know how that would work. Because I don't know if Jane has ever played anything remotely like this, and I don't know what the conclusion would be. I guess we play until he gets an ending, that isn't like you fucking die.
Sure.
Maybe we do that. Or maybe we go until he gets like a full ending, rather than like a soft ending. Because, for example, I'm in playthrough 5 now, or something. Or no, I struggled a bit at the beginning to figure out vaguely what was going on, because it's really, really fucking abstract at the beginning until you realize what's happening. But the first time I died, the second time I went insane. I think this happened a couple more times. Then I played I think I got arrested, and then I got
arrested for what? What was your crime?
Actually, no. I was about to get arrested, but I got my first, probably kidnapping.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was getting. I think I kidnapped someone, and they were just in the basement. I think that was probably what I was getting arrested for, but I didn't, because I gave up. I just in the nick of time. I got the, what is it called, ending, the I'm not unhappy ending, where you just sort of do good in your job and just give up on the occult shit, and the police decide to leave you the fuck alone as you leave the cult that you founded and just work your job. And then after that, I proceeded to do like, that was a really good run, and then I proceeded to get another really good run, in which I became a rich person's trophy spouse.
Okay.
But the character was basically a dancer. You have to, and I ended up doing really good with one of my clients, and they decided to marry me, and I was like, fuck it, sure, what's gonna happen? And I got an ending for that. And now I'm doing like an actual deep run. That's like the actual, all the playing I did today was all that's spent on this one run. And it's basically, what is it? It's, you know, it's cool. It's really cool. People should give it a try. Except Jane, I don't know. Maybe it's a sad game.
Sure. Okay. Time will tell.
Have I been playing anything else? Civ 7, the update dropped.
They did change Civ 7. They said, oh, let's change it. Let's run it back.
Yeah, but the more impactful thing is not the one Civ all the way through. I don't think that fucking matters. If you want to do that, you can do that. But like, that's not the update that mattered. That it was how they did all the victory conditions. That just changed.
That too. Yes, they did. They did rework all that too, I guess.
That's the bit that fucking matters. Yeah. That's the bit that actually
yeah, mid Meier's Civilization 7 or whatever they're calling him these days.
But no, the 1.5 games I've played of the 7 so far, like all the way through, has been like really um they felt different. They felt really different, which is good. I'm still sort of on top of in every category, but I'm not playing at a super high difficulty because I'm playing multiplayer with my brother who did not beat it on Deity, his third game. But like I'm on top in every category in a very like astronomically different way, and that's cool. And I did different things, and it feels different. Um, and I like that. Um, so that's cool. I've been doing anything else? Steam. I played some Risk of Rain 2 last night.
Yeah, it's a video game.
My recent games are OBS Studio today, Cultist Sim today, Roar 2 yesterday, Civ 7, and then the game that was 2 games after this that we both played via Steam together.
Yeah.
In April. That's my entire Steam.
We gotta get back to Shuten.
Yeah, I gotta get back to Shuten, and I considered picking up the game you started playing, which will be quite a few episodes from now. I decided I keep going. I should maybe pick up the remainder of that.
But is it worth it?
The final game in that, or the most recent game in that, shall we say?
It's the final one. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, they're probably not.
They're done, man. They're done. Again. It's over.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. Yeah.
It's bad time to be a BioWare fan.
Yeah. That'll maybe give you.
It's probably been a bad time to be a BioWare fan for like 7 years since like Andromeda came out, probably. I don't know. I literally have not touched like any of their games, so you know.
Yeah, no, it's. Well, I wasn't gonna say what it is, but yeah, that's Mm-hmm. BioWare's special little project up Claw.
I think they've got a lot of those.
Well,
it could be worse. They could be Bungie. They could have just all right. Destiny 2 is gone. Bye. You see that?
No, that's the thing that fucking happened.
Yeah, just like a couple days ago, Destiny 2 is getting shut down. It's the end. It's over.
Really?
Yeah.
People liked that game, I thought.
Well, probably a while ago they did, and then they. I exist only on the periphery of seeing people post, but it's like the way that like they would just get rid of every expansion except for like the most like recent one or whatever. Is like something people do not like, and then it's just sorry. We're done. I think, and it's not even like we're done. It's shutting down like soon. It's shutting down in like a week or something.
Jesus.
I don't care enough to fact check this. Literally not my problem.
Yeah. I thought people liked that. Definitely not for me, but like I thought people liked that. I thought that was like played.
It could still be played and be decided to shut down because who knows?
But I thought it was like a monetary success.
That doesn't change anything, frankly.
I thought it was like profitable, which does change things.
You would think.
Yeah.
Have I been playing anything? Unfortunately, I have played many things since last time. Most importantly, we've got Shadows of the Damned, Hella Remastered. What a shitload of fuck. Of all the... playing the, AVG a month. It probably won't be when this goes up, to be honest, but, it depends. For Bopper Game Club. And so, of all those games, right, that are bad, none of them are as bad as Shadows of the Damned. And that's not because Shadow of the Damned is a broken mess. It's not. It actually runs perfectly fine. It's just so boring. And it's so sad to see, Suda51 and Shinji Mikami, they're another collaboration from them, get fucked with by, I can't remember if it was EA or Ubisoft. It was one of them. I want to say Ubisoft because I believe Ubisoft published No More Heroes 2, but that doesn't necessarily mean they did Shadows of the Damned. I don't care enough to check. And it's a very aggressively 2010s game in much in the same way, except much more, not just aesthetically like the one we're playing right now, but also mechanically and tonally and narratively. It is very, it's like if Ultra Despair Girls was like bad. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a statement.
Well, it's like, what if the gunplay was worse? I already am not like huge on it, but I think it's like fine. But what if it was just like not fun at all? What if you got just like the wimpiest feeling pistol, machine gun, and shotgun known to man, and you have this annoying skull talking, and it's your skull, and he's your gun, and he's a penis. What if Mort wasn't funny?
You're cutting out, and I just heard the most random collection of words.
That's fine.
Wow. I have no idea.
You just won't
what any
stop
of that.
making bad jokes. I'm like, oh my god, shut up, little bro. That wasn't fun, but I got through it, and I finally did what I should have done literally years ago, and got a mod on my PS2, because I should have just done that instead of doing that on my PS1 the hard way. Because if I do it on my PS2, which is very easy, I could have modded my PS1 much easier, kind of asterisk, right? But currently my PS1 is broken. Time comes for us all, because, and by us all I mean for laser drive reader, lasers. But so I've been replaying through Final Fantasy X. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, you were talking about this while we were playing. Well, playing the game that it was the reason that I wasn't playing any other games. The most recent sad game. Let me just finish.
Yeah. Good old. And it's like, damn. Sometimes people are just right when they say, yeah, this one's just like the best one. It's like, well, I don't think it's the best one, but it is like, it is just like, one of the greats, right? The promised future of gaming. The PS2, baby. Who knows what could happen to Final Fantasy in the history of STEM against genocide? Because at some point, something's got to happen. There are 16 mainline entries, and 14 of them are great. Sorry, 3 and 16.
What game? You're cutting out.
Final Fantasy. I don't care if I'm cutting out. Use your context clues.
That's what I assumed you were talking about, but there are a lot of games with many. Such as another one you were talking about the other day.
What the hell was I talking about the other day?
Dragon Quest or Dragon Heroes or whatever the
Dragon? You mean Dragon Quest? What the fuck is a Dragon Heroes?
Well, what is the other title?
Dragon Warrior? Hasn't been called Dragon Warrior in 25 years. Speaking of Dragon Quest 12 announced today, re-announced, because it was announced 4 or 5 years ago. They said, here's Dragon Quest 12, The Flames of Fate. We're gonna do like more of a darker tone, and it's gonna be more action. Here's the logo, here's the title. That's it. See you next time. Radio silence. And then both series composer Sugiyama and, of course, artist Akira Toriyama have died since then. But today, 40th anniversary of Dragon Quest 1, got re-announced. Dragon Quest 12 whatever the new subtitle is, they're like, okay, we just scrapped all that. We're reworking it, something different. And I'm like, thank God. But also, I cannot wait for the people who drive themselves fucking crazy doing a Final Fantasy Versus 13 style revision of longing and yearning for what could have been, when what could have been is fucking nothing. It never existed. And it probably won't be as much as Versus 13 because there's literally nothing here. At least Versus 13 had trailers. They were all just fake CG trailers, but they were trailers. But of course, also what we end up getting with Final Fantasy 15, that's like a top 5 Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest 12 could be ass. It probably will be. It doesn't have to be, but I don't have faith in Yuji Horii to still have that dog in him. He's been doing this shit since 1983 with Portopia. Yeah. It's like he's also like a weird AI bro, making Portopia AI localization chatbot thing. There's a slime chatbot in Japanese Google. Crazy shit.
Awesome.
But that's been most of my gaming attention. I went back to Final Fantasy 14 for the free login campaign to go finish up the Dawn Trail patches. And by finish up, I mean start and finish them, because it made me so annoyed. Well, that and 16 being really bad, and my final semester of school kind of made me stop playing. For 2 years. But it's fine. Honestly, a lot of changes announced for Evercold do have me excited for the future, at least somewhat. That's why in the gaming department, I've been slowly reading through Neuromancer. Something about that book it does not put me to sleep. It puts me in a fugue state where I read it, I read the words, I understand the words, but I don't parse it as a series of events. It just kind of exists as a series of imagery in my head, which is fine, honestly. But it does mean I've been reading it very slowly. When I have also a billion other books I need to get to read it, because I have another one from the library that's those are all due at some point. Then I download a bunch of ebooks because they're the only way I'm gonna get them. But also, I fucking hate ebooks. Oh my god, they're great, practically, but they do give me a headache to read. So that's where I've been at, of course, alongside my super secret, that's literally not secret at all, fan translation.
I'm gonna pretend that I've been able to hear or understand anything you've been saying.
You could literally just ignore me.
That's sort of what's happening. But that doesn't make for great podcast.
Well, none of this has, so who cares? Not a lot going on. There's a lot going on, but not really. Were you even up to anything interesting at all?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything you would find interesting.
Just speak, man.
I don't know. I've been farming, and beekeeping and stuff. Yeah.
Any
good stuff.
Interesting tales.
Dead bird hit me in the back of the head.
Right.
Farming.
Yeah.
Or gardening. While I was leaning over. Fell out of the sky. Very unpleasant experience. I don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. What I think we should do is the 100-line section.
Oh, right, yes. The 100-line Last Defense Academy stage play. How are we feeling?
Yeah.
How are we feeling about Goodbye Ato, new ending, Boy Meets Boy? What could they mean by this other than on screen yaoi, and by on screen I mean on stage.
I'm here for it. I think it's gonna be sick.
How do we feel about the new SF endings? Will they be good?
If Uchikoshi wrote them, I have full faith.
Do we think he has any involvement with this?
Maybe. I don't know. He hasn't announced another iGame.
Buddy, another iGame ain't happening. Look at the No Sleep sales, dog. They fucked that shit up.
Well, but that wasn't like a mainline game.
Sure, but I mean, it's indicative. I think, at least.
It's certainly not indicative.
I don't know what they've been up to recently, frankly. I think it usually has stuff in that works. There's probably more Tukio Slap, and by Tukio Slap I mean Tukio Peak, frankly.
Yeah.
Because he really,
I think they're making the ZTD remaster.
They literally already has a remaster. It's called the PS4 version.
No, I think they're making the
10th anniversary director's cut.
Yeah, sure.
It could happen.
Where he gives a verbal breakdown of that one scene that he didn't write at the end of the game that sucks.
What do you mean? Which scene?
The couch scene, the scene which Junpei gets beat up.
We don't know that he didn't write that.
I thought we did.
I mean, maybe, but just because he didn't write the dialogue doesn't mean he didn't. He didn't know what was going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say that. But I think he should give us the play-by-play.
Oh, and you said the terrible scene at the end of the game. I thought you meant like the Q at the Q Team epilogue, where they break Mira out of jail.
That's awesome.
Say so. Just say so, buddy.
That's so good. Man, ZTD's so good.
ZTD is so good. The people don't want it. Well, actually, the people are kind of okay with it now. It's been 10 years. Almost.
Yeah.
Just about in, a couple of weeks.
But people still don't herald it as the greatest game of all generations. And they're wrong for that, but we'll get there.
Well, that's a bit much.
It's 100 line, but better. It's better.
I don't think so.
It's what 100 line should have been.
I'm not sure. Gonna be honest, I don't think they're very similar.
Exactly.
Well,
L 100 line.
Okay.
Everything should just be CTD. Why turn to die? Why TDD or your turn to die? Take your pick. Not what I said.
Yeah.
Why it sucks is because it's not CTD.
This is true. This is why Disco Elysium is bad.
Yeah.
This is why Zero Parades is better, because it's 1/3 Zero Time Dilemma by title.
I might need to play that fucking game.
I know. I'm like, damn. It might be fire. It's Chrono Cross coded.
People are saying it's fire.
Yeah, well, some people.
Some people. I haven't really heard much negative about it.
I have, mostly from weird Disco Elysium fans, but
That makes sense.
It's yes, it's bad that a bunch of people got ousted, but also everybody was that already worked on the game was already ousted before the game ever came out. The whole like development, like coding and programming staff were laid off like months before the original release in 2019 ever came out, because the game got delayed and Sound didn't want to renew their contracts. It's already been bad. It's been tainted from the start, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
But only when it's a tour slot does it matter, and not a bunch of the other artists that still are at the game. And also that Zaum is like, bizarrely, the only like unionized game development studio in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
I would have expected if that was like a thing that people were doing, that Failbetter would be, considering their situation. But no, I guess they're just. I really wonder what the management's like there, actually, how that works. They've been like voted the best game studio to work at in the UK like every other year for the last like 6 years.
I mean, just because you're unionized doesn't mean you're like great to work for.
Oh no. Absolutely not.
Okay. Is it time for the ranking?
It's time for the ranking.
Time for the ranking.
I have no idea where it's gonna go. But luckily, I'm not the one to make the decision.
Well, you have input.
I have input, but like,
it's a collaborative effort.
Okay. It is. Okay, let's go to
the list of unhappy compromises. Okay.
Okay. Is it better than Clair Obscur?
Yes.
Is it better than the Council?
Yes.
Is it better than not playing Majora's Mask?
Yes.
Is it better than playing Monkey Island?
This is true. It is.
Is it better than forgetting Hyper Light Drifter?
Yeah. I don't forget Hyper Light Drifter. I remember the frog.
Is it better than forgetting Transistor?
I remember a lot about Transistor, actually.
Really?
Yeah. There's not a lot to forget. It's like 4 hours. We played it in like one session. Proper noun, sure. Like, but like I remember like the, like what happens.
The gaze.
The feel.
The gaze.
Yeah.
And then the head flop. Is it better than me failing at Rondo of Blood?
Okay, so see, here's where we have issues. Because, like, in my mind, Your Turn to Die is better than Sunless Seas, but it is definitely not better than Rondo of Blood. However, the list goes Transistor, Rondo of Blood, Sunless Seas.
Okay. I would like to remind you that this is not a ranking of how good the games are.
Yes, it is.
But instead of a ranking of how good they were as SAG games.
Well, that's just like your interpretation, man.
One that I feel like has been very agreed upon, and it's the reason for almost everything's picked. Such as why Killer 7 and Termina are one.
Sure, that's why we
order.
justified it, because ultimately, it's you as the guy that's played it, add more vote. But like, it's definitely not just that.
It's
Anyways.
not just that. What do you think? Is it better than our experience with Rondo of Blood?
I think. Okay. I think if Sosajima didn't take off like it did, it would be a no. But unfortunately, Sosajima is, I guess, here to stay.
Yeah, you guys are you guys better fucking get ready for. Okay, what was the fucking next game? The next game has Sosajima. The game after that has every game since it's had Sosajima. Every game since this one has had Sosajima because of this.
It's probably the least funny bit of all time.
It is. But alongside it, it developed into also Woke Moog and then Wogue Moog.
Moke Wogue, you mean? Not
Moke Wogue. Yeah.
Not whatever
Moke
you said.
Wogue.
Anyway, so I guess we would now have a new number 5 right below FE4.
Okay, well, yeah. So it's officially broken the line.
I suppose.
Of the Sunless line.
That's like your line. You just kind of made that up.
Yeah, I did, but I'm 47% of the podcast, or 47% of the podcast, or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I called this game, called Your Turn a lot, dumb a lot, and I mean that with affection.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Yeah.
It is. It's dumb, but
because it's not like say Danganronpa V3 isn't also full of that's fucking dumb moments, right? And we love that game.
Yeah.
How do you think this compared to DR1?
I have not played Danganronpa 1 in 6 years, 7 years. Let me check, actually. I'm gonna lore check. I got the Danganronpa 1 Platinum Trophy in July 2017. I have no idea how it compares. That was 9 years ago.
Fair enough.
I mean, sure, I rewatched the stream of DR1, but that's just a different product.
Yeah.
Because obviously, watch it. The stream series is absolutely better than Your Turn to Die, but like, Your Turn to Die, the video game versus Danganronpa 1, the video game. I don't know. I'd probably say I like Danganronpa 1 more because I think I like its atmosphere and I like the way the themes that it pulls at, more than what YTD TDD the Thousand Year Door ultimately goes for, which is I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. But that's okay, frankly. The worst part about this list is that it's not in like a doc or a spreadsheet or something, so when something goes up, everything I have to manually make everything else go down, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is in a Discord message.
Right below the greatest game on Steam.
What?
Just jump into the pin. Jump to the pin. You can look.
Oh, I have a guess now.
I mean, it's from a side episode.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's from
It's from that video.
What did we make this list? Let's see, August. That would have been the.
What were we talking about? Life is Strange in, and the American Cancer Society.
Huh?
Scroll up a little.
I'm scrolling. That is. Yeah, that's. Okay, this is from the Transistor Rondo episode. I don't know. And there's Bakashin. There's Moonlord and Palworld. So I'm not really sure. I guess one of us needed to bring up Life is Strange 2 specifically. I think that's Life is Strange 2.
Correct. I think we were talking about bad hair.
We were something about that, or games. It was like with
it
with
had
music
that
that was too hard for the game. Like a disparity between the quality of the game and the music.
Because Life is Strange 2 has some licensed music I like.
Mm-hmm. Got any mixtape opinions?
Sorry about that. Got what opinion?
Mixtape. Okay, that's fine. I literally don't care. Other than it is
for
I think it's
for
weird.
What thing?
Mixtape, the video game Mixtape that came out, the Life is Strange like.
Oh my god, I don't. Huh? Yeah, I have no idea. That's how much I care.
Yeah. I'm not only care because I saw some people I know write about it. I'm like, well, that is a weird decision to make, to have, your Australian game studio, who are like 80s kids, have their coming of age story set in 1999 Pacific Northwest, and feature licensed tracks from the 70s and 80s, and basically nothing that was on in the 90s. I'm like, well, I don't really care, but that is weird.
That is interesting. Yep.
Anyways, I think we're at a wrap. I think we're wrapping. We have a new list.
I think we are. Is there anything else?
I mean.
Oh, I think it is worth saying.
Okay.
I was horribly, horribly ill while this was being played.
This is true.
This definitely contributed to things a lot, because I was so fucking sick. I was unimaginably sick. I was feeling just terrible, getting behind on schoolwork and classes and stuff. My final fucking semester. And like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, all right, yeah, you were just like unresponsive for like half the time.
That was really good. That was so fucking good. I don't know. I found it a very pleasant experience in that when I wasn't doing it, I was far more miserable. So that definitely impacted some shit with this game. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, good game. First game to be played post Japan. It's been too long. We need to catch up. We need to chop. Because we got 3 episodes to record. At least one of them should be meaty. One of them, frankly, I have no idea how it's gonna happen. And then the other one is up in the air.
Game that I set. Presumably, it's the game that I said. I don't know about this. It's my suggestion, and it's kind of cool. But I also have no idea what the fuck we're going to talk about.
Well, it's great to play, but it's kind of just like, that we had a good time playing a video game.
Yeah.
It'll all be solved in time. But
one last thing.
Okay. One last surprise.
We get to have Jaden's live reaction to the thumbnail.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
No, Jaden's live reaction to like me doing something heinous. No, Jaden's live reaction to the thumbnail. I think this is it. This is the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't like when I played while we were playing, I was like looking out for moments. Because man, figuring out the thumbnail for the last one, I didn't do until the time. But so I was like, some of these gears fucking suck, but I cannot be bothered to try and make good gears.
That's good enough. You get the idea.
These gears really fucking suck, but it's fine. Whatever. They're like the bands on the hourglasses, but like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
I think this is good. I finding a spot to put the logo. Should I make the logo reflect too?
That seems like a lot of work. And also,
No, it's really not. It'd be so easy to do, actually.
I think it would be weird if it did.
I agree, but I just wanna see. I don't know why I highlighted that.
Okay, this doesn't need to be live. We can. What are we doing?
Oh, but it could be. It could be. They could just have to deal with this.
But like, well, why? You can just like skip to the music if you're listening. However long it's gonna take,
fact,
Nah,
I forced the music on them.
No. That's I don't think the reflection's there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at it.
Okay, but that's a little cleaner. That's a little cleaner. But no, absolutely not.
No, because it's no.
Man, I wish I was not stupid and I could think of a really good way to quickly make these gears and make them look good.
They look fine. What are you talking
They're
about?
really bad. But
No.
yeah, this is our thumbnail. This is our episode. Get fucked.
Yeah, that's right. See you next time. For once, a good game.
For once.